Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to an episode of the Day-to-Day podcast.
Hello. How's everyone doing? Oh wait, you can't really reply to that, right? So
I mean, they can maybe type in the comments
type
if
in the
they want.
comments.
Yeah,
Yeah, give us a like, follow,
yeah,
do
yeah.
all of that. Yeah,
And today, actually, we have a very obvious topic to.
yeah. I
We
mean, yeah,
were mentioning it a couple of times, I think,
yeah, a
before
couple
as
of
well.
times. So let's get it over with.
Yeah, yeah. So we're actually
Uh,
talking about. Yeah, you can get some yourself though.
yeah. I mean, we want to talk about the Apple event that happened on
Mm,
last
mm.
Tuesday. And it's been a thing like I mean the last year also we did it close to the Apple event if I'm not mistaken. Or was it the
Yeah,
year before? I'm
it
not
was
sure.
actually the year before.
Yeah, before. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Memory. But yeah, I mean it's been sort of a thing that we did.
Mm,
But
mm.
yeah, it was I mean it was events are getting a bit boring now.
Yeah.
It's like you know what's coming. Like most of the stuff was just leaks
Yeah,
leaked beforehand, and it was just we were just expecting a few things, and
yeah.
we made a couple of predictions in probably the first or the second one we did
Mm,
this time,
mm,
and
mm,
mm, like 90% of it came true. So
mm. Yeah, I guess the most of the stuff that we told about was about the iPhone. We
yeah,
don't
yeah,
exactly follow kind of what happens with the watch, which was also
yeah.
a big announcement this time.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it was a big announcement, but they haven't really done. So for the first time in this watch
mm,
release, right? So generally what they do is when they release any watch, they try to
mm,
differentiate it with some weird way to the previous
mm,
generation. So it could be like a really small thing, but
mm,
it's noticeable, right? So sometimes I remember they had like the I can't remember which generation it was. Like one generation, the dial
mm.
had no dot on it, like it was just a
Ah,
blank color, right? It was
mm,
just the color of the frame. And then the next one had like a red dot on it to just signify that
okay.
it's a next generation. Right. So and
Mm,
they do
mm.
like small changes like that.
Yeah,
This one, there is no change
visually.
visually, exactly. It's
Okay.
just what's underneath that's been changed.
Mm. Yeah.
So,
And then, I mean, we can just start with the watch because it's a quicker topic to cover. So,
yeah.
this is the series, and I saw that they have. Is this they've updated the chip in it? Is that what
Yes, yes.
the biggest?
It's called the SIP 9 chip or SIP something
Mm,
chip. Yeah.
yeah, it is. It's called is it system in a chip? System in a chip is that what chip is? Is it?
I don't they keep saying SIP, so yeah,
Yeah,
that's probably what
but
it is.
is
Yeah.
it's the S9 chip.
hmm
It's
hmm
called the S9 chip,
hmm
and
hmm
that's what they say. Uh, they mention. Okay, let's go into this. We have articles open inside, so
Oh yeah,
uh,
that's S9 chip. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. My bad.
And then it mentions that they have like new gestures and stuff available on the
Oh
on.
yeah, that
Yeah,
was pretty cool though.
yeah.
But the weird part is, I mean, that's yeah, I don't have my watch right now. The it Apple
Already
watches
had.
already had it, right? But
Yeah,
it's like it was an accessibility feature, not
uh,
like a built-in feature that works
mm,
because so what they're saying is uh now that with the new S9 chip, it works better. I mean,
mm,
able to detect it better using your
mm,
accelerometer, your pulse,
mm,
and all of that, and whatever. Um, so in the previous watches as well, when you do
mm,
that action, right?
yeah.
You're able to select things and essentially do it, right? So, but
Mm,
it's pretty cool. So, I mean, it's kind of limited, but
mm,
I feel like there is an application for it. So, especially because
yeah.
I set a lot of timers when I'm cooking on
Ah,
my watch, and most of the time, both like my right hand is occupied
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like they're doing something, right? And I need to like sort of stop it or restart it
Yeah.
or do whatever, right? So I just
Mm,
if I can just do that, you can it's quite
mm,
useful actually. It's a
yeah.
small
Mm,
thing, but it's kind of useful.
yeah. Yeah. And then that's probably the only update. Like, does it have any improvements to battery life? I don't think
Uh,
they did it.
Probably a bit. I think the Ultra had a bit of an improvement in battery life,
Yeah,
if I'm not
yeah, yeah.
mistaken. But I'm not sure about, because 9 it's generally like it lasts for about 1.5 days.
Mm,
The normal watch, the Ultra lasts about 3 days.
mm,
So I think it's maybe slightly higher than that. I don't think
yeah.
it's like a massive improvement, but
Mm,
I mean it's still not been tested as of yet. So we'll have to wait till the testing comes out to see
yeah, yeah.
what that's like.
Mm,
So yes.
yeah. And then another few things. I'm just going through their site right now. Is about what else? Is the brightness of the screen? They've
Oh
improved.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So the brightness was like some 3000 nits, which
No,
is like,
that's for the Ultra. That's for the
oh
Ultra.
sorry, that's for the
Yeah,
Ultra. Yes,
yeah.
that's like. But what I want to say was like that was the brightest screen that Apple has ever made. Right, even
Mm,
in their
mm,
monitors, it's not that bright. I
mm,
think the monitors go up to like 2500 if I'm not mistaken,
mm.
maximum. They
Yeah,
are like some display, Pro display,
yeah.
XDR.
Mm,
Um, so yeah, that's
mm.
pretty cool.
Yeah, and then
And
also the range, they're saying it can go to from 1 nit to 2000 nits. It can
mm,
there's it's it varies based
that's
on
like
the
HDR almost, right?
yeah
Or not
yeah
almost, that
yeah
is HDR, I guess.
yeah
But yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Then we'll just compare the Ultra. Like before we talk about the specs, I just want to ask you, like, do you ever buy an Ultra watch?
Uh, mm, I mean, it's not my go-to thing, but if I had enough money, I'd probably buy it. I mean, it's not something that I'll like avoid altogether.
Mm, mm,
But I mean, I don't really see like I need to go and buy it, right? It's not
mm,
something that's useful for me, I would
mm,
think.
mm,
I mean,
mm, mm.
just yeah, oh, yeah, okay, it's cool. It's like more resistant to fall
Yeah,
damage and other things,
yeah,
and all of that. But yeah, I might buy it
yeah.
if I can.
Once you start doing extreme sports, then you can get it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, actually, that's the thing, right? It's cheaper. Like than most of the stuff that's like for example like dive computers and stuff like that. It's
Mm, mm,
apparently cheaper than those. So
mm, mm.
I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, and then okay, let's get into the specs. It's also like we said before, the brightness is probably one of the big points that they discuss here
And
about.
I think both the Series 9 and Ultra 2
Mm.
have a Siri on device, so it doesn't have to
Ah,
connect to
okay.
the internet. So that's
Okay.
that's useful.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's the whole point, right? If you're like if it's an Ultra, like the Ultra especially, right? If it's an
Mm,
advanced watch, you might not necessarily have a internet connection, right? So you
mm,
might need
mm.
to do it
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah,
on the device itself. So makes sense.
yeah, yeah. And that's basically it. I think they have extra
Yeah.
storage on Ultra too, 64 gigs of storage. That's what they say.
Yeah. Mm,
But
yeah. Okay.
that, yeah.
Yeah. That's probably yeah. Uh, I'm not sure what you use that storage for though.
I
You don't
mean,
need
if
anything, right?
yeah, I mean, it doesn't take that much. If you have Spotify on your phone, and if you want to have the songs downloaded on your phone, so that
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
only thing that I can think about. Apart from that, like you're not gonna watch movies on your watch, so
Yeah. 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 That'd be like that. That's yeah. Songs would be probably like or you
yeah,
can like maybe the watch faces and all of that. They probably require
mm,
space, but not
yeah,
not like a massive
that's
amount of space,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
But yeah,
It's
I
just
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah,
64, maybe
yeah,
maybe you can watch movies on your watch. I don't know.
mm,
There might people might be watching that.
yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, let's get on to the main event.
main event.
Main event in the event.
Hmm.
The
So
iPhone.
15 first, or yeah, I will go with the 15 first.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, what we discussed was, I think a few episodes before was about USB-C,
Yeah.
which
Mm, yeah, I think
which
you were
they
right.
were
Yes, I was wrong.
which they were forced to do, and I think it's because was it EU has said, like, I think
Yeah.
in terms of sales, they can't sell phones without a USB-C port.
Mm,
2025 was it, like that's the
yeah.
or 2024, I'm not sure.
So they're doing it next year, right? 2024.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
2024.
then yeah, so that's why push them, but it was never mentioned that the USB-C part
I
was
mean,
just like,
of course
uh,
not. They're not gonna mention
uh,
it, man.
uh,
They
no, no,
they
no.
they put
But
it
they
off
did,
as like a pro thing, right? Like
yeah, but they didn't even emphasize that much on the USB-C. USB-C was on the passing. It's like, by the way,
yeah.
it's like to better, like you can transfer data with an all new port. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's all. That's all.
So what
Like they didn't
I mean,
even.
I saw this part where they were like, we've been using USB on our our
Yeah.
Macs, on our like whatever iPads and all that, and now it's on your iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
this
charge all
is.
of these with one cable, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah,
wow,
yeah, 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 yeah. Like we've been like people have been telling them for how many years? I don't know. But it's like they have to
yeah.
be pushed to do it. And still it comes with restrictions. Let's get
Yes,
into that.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Oh my God. So iPhone 15, that's like the base model, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's just USB 2.1 standard. So which is like the
Yeah.
slower standard, which is like 480 megabits per second.
Goodness. Mm.
Which is still the same speed as um
The
their lightning
lightning.
cables, right?
Yeah. Mm.
So it's not a massive speed, right? So it
Yeah.
takes ages to and that was a complaint, right? So the one of the complaints that the pro guys, the pro users at least,
Mm.
whoever they are, had was the fact that when you can shoot like 4K 60p 60 yeah 60 videos on iPhones, and those files are massive, right? So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
takes ages for you to transfer them over a
Mm-mm.
cable, right?
Yeah.
So the Pro has the full speed like USB
Yeah. Yeah.
3.2 standard,
Mm.
but the normal phone just has the 2.1 standard, which is not that fast, and that's gonna
Mm.
slow things down. So
Yeah, like I was reading some comments of people that people who usually have iPhones don't really use the USB cable to, or like the Lightning cable to transfer a lot of data.
mm,
Not
mm,
not that usual, especially if you are in the ecosystem. If you have a MacBook, then you just
mm.
AirDrop it, and it's usually I think
Aeroping is
faster.
faster. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So people were saying like that hasn't been a big of an use case, and this doesn't
Mm,
make anything different. But for an
mm,
example, like you said, like for the pro users, it makes sense because the file sizes are massive, and
mm,
I think
mm,
they
mm.
increased the qualities of the videos on the pro phone as well this time. Like
Yeah.
they, I think they can do 4K. Was it 120 or 60? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I didn't check that.
No.
Let me look.
But yeah,
But
let's
yeah,
have
I
a look.
think.
But yeah, like so this is the use case that they were telling, and some people were commenting that maybe they just kept like R&D out of the port, like they just used the same, they just shifted the lightning to the USB port, but they didn't
Mm,
change the hardware in it so that the transfer
yeah,
speed probably they
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
invest in it. Like I was initially thinking they changed the hardware, but software limited it to kind of
yeah. Could be, could be,
can be that case as well.
could
Yeah.
be. True. That is
Uh,
true.
yeah. And the colors, were the colors there, or is it new this time?
I mean, so it's a new finish on the Pro. It's a titanium finish.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, kind of looks nice though.
yeah,
I like that finish though, and like it looks like glossy and matte at the same time, which is kind of nice,
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
nice. But
But but
yeah.
but for the normal 15 and 15 plus, the colors that they had, did the colors
Oh,
exist in the 14, or is it
um,
new?
it's I dude, it's like they do like slight changes to those colors, right? I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think it's that different from
No,
what we've been having.
because I remember like usually they do some exception phones, or the red phone, the purple
Oh,
phone, things
the
like this.
pink one is a hit, I think. The
Yeah,
pink one. The
yeah.
because I saw a lot of like users commenting on the pink one because they've
Mm,
never really had a pink iPhone.
mm.
Trying to think if they
They
have.
did,
They
they
probably
did, but not a
did it.
pro phone. Like
Oh, no,
which
but
was
this wasn't the Pro. Yeah, no, yeah. So the pink
no,
one is not the Pro. It's a normal phone,
yeah, no, no,
15.
as in like not a main iPhone, like the SE, the initial SE, was it? It
Oh,
came in a lot of
yeah, the
colors.
the first one, right?
Yeah, the plastic back. Was it the plastic back? Yeah.
No, that was you're talking about the C. the 5C.
C. Yes, yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes,
C. Yes, yes.
yes. Yeah, Pussy had one
That.
of those.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's what I was talking about. That's the only one
Yeah,
that came
yeah.
in a lot of colors in that
Yeah,
phone.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, these are just like pastel colors, and I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
they have like similar colors to this, right?
yeah. Mm,
So it's not massively different. It's just, they're just trying to keep everything as is, more or less.
yeah. Mm.
So
Uh,
not too many color changes there.
yeah, and they've of course they've implemented the dynamic island uh on the
Yeah. Wow.
that.
Okay.
Wow, wow.
I mean,
Yeah,
dude, it's cool. Like, it's nice. I'm not saying it's not nice, but
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
It's a, just
Cool.
it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick.
It's a
Like
gimmick, more or less.
it's like the what do you call the touch bar that came on the MacBooks. It came
Yeah.
and it went.
Yeah, and they
That's
got rid of it, right? They were
the
like, okay,
yeah,
this is not gonna work. Let's just get rid of it and then just
yeah.
put like normal action buttons.
Mm,
Makes more sense. But yeah. Okay.
yeah. Yeah, that's all technically about the iPhone 15. They didn't update the
50.
chip in it. It's the same chip from I think the Pro last year, the 16.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Brand
they
new
don't
16.
usually do that, right? They just
Yeah,
have this thing, right?
yeah. Let's
So
get to the Pro now.
yeah. So
Pro.
just a quick comment before we go there, right? I
Mm,
have a feeling the like the next year's iPhone 16 might
mm.
have 3.2 standard USB on the normal,
Yeah.
like the base phone, and then hopefully, because this time they don't have fast charging either, right? So they're not gonna have
Yeah.
charging. Um, uh, so maybe next year the Pro will have fast charging, and so many other
Yes. Yeah. And they
things.
were talking about like Thunderbolt like speeds. Like this is they can still put higher speeds of transfer speeds on
Mm,
USB-C.
mm,
This is
mm.
like 3.2 is quite old by
Yeah,
standards right now.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so they can probably upgrade it in 3.2 to the normal model. So
Yeah,
yeah.
so I mean, USB standards is like a whole different other issue. There's like different
Yeah.
Thunderbolt and so many different
Yeah.
things, Gen 2 and all that stuff.
I saw recently that Intel had like released Thunderbolt 5 or USB 5. I mean, something like that. I didn't
Mm,
exactly go to the article, but I saw this as well.
yeah,
Hmm.
yes, different
But then,
standards.
okay, let's get on to the titanium
Ah,
phone.
I might buy that.
Yeah. It's a pretty good looking phone.
Yeah, it is a pretty fun. But I mean,
Yeah,
dude, the thing is, no matter how good it looks, you're gonna have to slap a cover on it, right?
yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately.
Mm, maybe a transparent cover. Maybe that.
Let's see, let's see. I'll have to
Yeah.
see how it looks. So,
But then, like, yeah, okay. The yeah, maybe we'll probably can go through one by one. Yeah. So for the phone, of the obvious change is, I think the chip, right? They upgraded the chip here on the phone, and
17 Pro, yeah.
yeah, and then the titanium cover it's new and it's lighter. They say the phone
Okay.
comparatively.
Okay, have
They
fun.
also added the action button. The action button.
Oh,
Yes,
yes, that is.
that's it.
So that's only in the Pro, right? That's not
That's
in the.
only the
Oh,
Pro. Only the
right,
Pro.
right.
I mean, I was just wondering, yeah, like like for example, Android, like most of the times it has like if you not all of them have action buttons, but
Mm-hmm.
at least for the camera, usually like if you press the power button twice, usually on most Android phones,
Mm.
it's the default to have the camera turn on, and
Oh,
I
is
was
it?
just
Oh,
thought,
I didn't know that.
yeah, like the if you press the power button twice, that's that turns on the camera,
Okay.
and I mean, of course, this doesn't have any feature like that, but then you can set it up too
To launch
that
the camera.
custom button to launch the
Yeah, it
camera.
can do a lot of things. I mean, compared to what Apple usually does, right? Instead of saying a lot of
Yeah.
things. I mean, like bring up like, and the good part is you can run shortcuts, man. Like that's pretty
Yeah.
cool because
Yeah.
shortcuts you can have like massive
Yeah.
like this whole automation thing, and you just press it and
Mm,
it just does everything, and that's pretty
mm.
cool, I think.
I haven't yet figured out shortcuts yet. Like I tried to do something with that, but
Hmm.
it's it easy to set up on my. I haven't I on the phone, but you cannot do it
Yeah.
on the Mac as well, right?
I'm not sure about the Mac. I think
No.
you can.
Mm,
And it's pretty cool actually. I mean, you can set up like proper workflow. So I've set up like certain things when I needed to um sort of say. I mean, this was before like Siri had
mm,
certain features. So I said, hey, call my boss, right?
mm,
And I mean that's one thing. So I had a contact. It just went to the call, so it knew
mm.
who boss was, and it just
Yeah.
executed it, right? The other
Mm,
thing was I had set up a shortcut to go into like a gaming mode where it sort of turns on a set of features and turns off some others. It's just
mm,
one,
mm.
so I don't need to go and do it manually.
Yeah.
So when
Mm,
I just
mm.
say, okay, turn on game mode, it just, closes all of the
Yeah.
apps,
Yeah.
or, the turns off. I think it was, it turns on the Wi-Fi, turns off the data, and Bluetooth
Yeah.
turns on, and all of that stuff,
Mm,
right? Um, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's
mm,
like for
mm.
basic stuff, it's quite
Yeah.
useful, right?
Can
But I
you
mean,
connect it with like other apps to do actions like just Apple apps, I guess, because I know that
yeah, yeah.
just going off topic a bit, like in the Microsoft 365, so they have a
Mm,
similar, workflow creating app. I can't remember the
hmm.
name now, but
Is
I've
it
tried to use it.
is it the one online? Is it called Flow? Just Flow?
Is it maybe I'm not sure Flow,
Yeah.
because there you can connect, like for an example, if you get an email from a certain
Oh
person,
yeah, yeah, that's
save
Flow.
the
Yeah.
attachment, do this, do
Oh,
this, do
it's
this. Yeah.
it's now called Automate or something. Yeah, Microsoft Automate or
Maybe.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I've tried doing that. So it's a similar functionality, and then I guess,
Hmm.
but then I was asking, like, can you actually connect it to the apps like that? Like, for an example, if you get an
Uh,
email, or
it
some.
can look at some apps, I think.
Mm,
I'm not
mm,
sure exactly which ones though, because I mean they need to the app developer has to open it up, I think,
yeah. Mm,
um, to make it available. But I think it can connect to some apps. I'm not sure
okay,
exactly
okay,
which ones.
okay. I'll check it out a bit more later and see how
Yeah.
it goes. Um,
So back to the
and
iPhone.
back to the phone. They have quite some nice premium colors, of course.
Mm, of course, of course.
Black, white
I
titanium, blue
Yeah,
titanium,
I like the blue
natural.
titanium though.
Yeah,
And there's
that
like a
that look.
silver color, right?
Yeah,
Silver
yeah,
natural titanium. Maybe I
yeah,
might get that one.
yeah.
Let's see.
Mm. The blue one looks quite close to the color of the new MacBook colors, like the
Oh, yeah, yeah.
right.
I
It's
know what you're
almost
talking
the
about.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think these colors are quite close to the MacBook colors. These
Mm,
four colors, not all of them. The
mm,
black, we don't have the dark gray. I don't think it's the same. But yeah, the blue one, yes,
mm,
I think.
mm, mm.
Um, then yes, this new gaming thing on the iPhone, the Pro chip. They say that it's good for gaming, and then they built they what's the tool, metal? Is it metal? Yeah, like it's like
Metal is a translation engine, right?
exactly the
Yeah.
translation, and I think it was that what they were referring to. So you developers can actually very easily port their games to work
Oh.
on the phones, work on the Mac quite easily. So, and
Mm,
since now the ecosystem is getting similar processors, it's all ARM going forward.
mm, mm.
Probably games that are built for the Mac can also be played on the phone to a certain extent, the
Yeah.
Pro phone. So it's a big deal for people who are playing games on the phone, which I'm not. But yeah.
That's quite interesting though. So
Mm.
if the display is still not 4K, right? I doubt it.
No,
No,
I don't think
no,
so.
it's still
No.
not 4K. So it's okay. Then
But
that's
then on phones,
yeah.
4K.
No, no, no. Why I wanted to why I mentioned that was in Lanka. You don't need 4K right on phone. It's.
Mm,
I don't think it matters that much, right?
yeah.
Because then generally because 4K is about four times. I mean that's why it says it's 4K. Right? It's about four times
Mm-mm.
full HD, right?
Mm.
So I mean if it's full HD and if you can, turn up the shadows, turn up the detail and all of that and just have it at full HD, that's
Mm,
not a lot of graphics infrastructure you need to run that game, right?
mm.
It's still good.
Yeah,
Um, and you have like decent looking games now on
yeah.
the Switch. Yeah.
Mm.
Um, and I mean, yeah, it's I think we
It,
can do a decent job. So and you can
yeah,
control,
yeah,
so you can connect controllers to this as well, right?
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
and especially the new DualSense as well. You can connect the DualSense and controllers like that. I'm
Mm,
not sure about the Xbox, so I think you can do that as well.
mm,
But that's pretty cool, right? I mean, it's
mm.
it's 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 another solution for you to play
Yeah,
play games. I
yeah,
think it's
yeah.
nice. Yeah.
And like you said, like it's the handheld devices are quite powerful right now, so comparatively to how
Mm,
it was before, so it's definitely possible. I had some point in my mind, but I forgot it while talking about this. But yeah, uh, let's see how the gaming thing goes with the devices. And since also with PlayStation and they are offering more remote gaming options right now, so people technically, as long as the internet speeds or connectivity is good,
mm,
they might not need to play it on device as well. So it still depends on what kind of gaming platform you are on, and then
yeah,
the support that it gives.
yeah.
Um,
So I think the demo showed a few like Resident Evil
yeah,
games. I don't know if it's
mm,
already there,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I don't know. Resident Evil you need to play on TV, man. I don't know. I just
yeah.
have to. You might get freaked out.
I'm
Just
I'm
saying.
I'm not a horror game person, at least. Like it's a
Yeah.
different, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not either, but I mean, you play that
Mm.
game to like feel a certain way, right? So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
you need to do
True,
it
true, true.
like that.
Yeah, yeah, not like jump scares, not
Wait,
so
what?
much.
What was that? Did I
Yeah,
die?
yeah.
Uh,
And then here, yes, spatial
ah.
videos.
Mm.
That's an
So
interesting topic.
the just on a slightly different topic. Oh well,
Hmm?
still connected.
Yeah.
The Vision Pro is coming in December. Is it
Let's
releasing
see.
December or was it? I can't remember what it was in.
Vision Pro release date early 2024.
Oh, right. Okay. So yeah, early 20. Sorry. Yeah, it was on December probably. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I
Yeah.
heard after
So
Christmas and I just remembered it was
yeah, yeah.
Christmas.
Maybe I think it got delayed. They were planning to
Hmm.
release it earlier, but they had to push the release date a bit more because yeah, they had maybe demand or the supplier
Ah,
wasn't in.
no, that wasn't it. So yeah, the release date is correct. What I remembered was the support for the video is only coming in December. It's not out of the box. They have it.
Yeah, yeah, the for the phone, right? Yeah,
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 for
yeah,
the
yeah.
phone. Yeah,
Because it
yeah,
says yeah, spatial video capture available later this year. So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
probably coming as a software update, I guess,
Exactly.
later on. Yeah. But then it's crazy how they're connecting. Like it's of course they're the business. They're connecting all of their products to be used with one another. The
Mm.
phone records videos which you can view with the and then it's yeah when it probably they capture a bit more 360 ish videos, I guess, from this, right? Like because
Yes. So I think
yeah.
the with the wide angle and the camera, I don't know, they probably do some processing to sort of get
Mm,
like a bigger field of view.
mm.
Like what they do for why do I forget these names? The camera that you can do, how do you
Yeah,
call it? The
yeah,
continuity
GoPro. No,
camera.
no,
Yeah.
no, not GoPro. Like the
No. The
which one?
continuity camera with the
Yes,
iPhone
that's the
Mac. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
like there's a thing where you put it on the back of, I mean, you put it on the laptop, right, on the top,
Yeah.
and
But
it
then
just
yeah.
shows you the
Exactly.
tabletop, right?
Yeah.
And that's like
Yeah.
weird as hell,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's
It's
pretty
crazy.
cool, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't actually tried continuity camera on the normal phone. Can it do it, or I'm not sure. Like my phone is like my work phone is a 12, I think.
Yeah,
It's
that should be good.
yeah,
Because it as though
12.
I think you need just all you need is a wide angle. You don't need zoom.
Yeah. Does this
So
have a wide angle? I'm not sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
you have two cameras, right? So
Two
that's
cameras,
a
two cameras. Yeah.
normal zoom and
Yeah.
the standard zoom and the wide angle. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. 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 Yes.
So
Yes.
okay, so there's
Mm.
actually one thing I forgot to mention when we were talking about USB-C
Mm.
in the iPhone. So it's that now for the first time you can charge. So okay, just to step back there a little bit.
Mm.
Um, USB-C being introduced, like things like the um uh AirPods Pro case, AirPods case, and stuff like that. So I think they're just doing it for the AirPods Pro 2 Gen 2
Mm.
case. They are bringing a version with USB-C in it,
Mm. Mm.
right? And you're going to be able to charge it where the cable on the that you get with the iPhone. So you can connect your iPhone to one end and connect uh, the other end to the case, and it
Yeah.
will
So
charge
you.
it,
Yeah. So you
right?
charge the like the case. Yeah. 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 What's it? What's the earbuds? What
AirPods
you
case,
call it?
yeah,
AirPods. Yeah. AirPods case with your phone's battery. Yeah.
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 Wow, that's a first, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I just wanted to mention that because
Yeah.
why I want to mention that was, I mean, there are like going to be like so many possibilities of things
Mm.
that they can introduce
Yeah. Yeah.
because of the USB cable that
Mm. Mm.
people can buy, and that's there. So
Yeah.
it's not like they're doing
Yeah.
it out of
I mean,
just the legal
yeah,
reasons.
yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just, and then one of the examples they showed in the video is how you can connect an external storage device directly to
Yeah,
the phone
yeah,
to
yeah.
record while it directly stores.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
and I think they need to have like better transfer speeds if they want to do it
Mm,
in especially high capacity video.
mm.
But yeah, that's just one example. But they're gonna do a lot more add-ons with that
A
USB-C.
lot more. Like they
Uh,
probably have like stuff ready to go. And I mean,
yeah,
it's not just that, right? Because you need to, I'm not sure whether you need to pay a license for it, but now no, right? Because it's USB-C, it should work.
mm,
But I mean, let's
yeah,
see. That's when they go out when it's out in the wild, people will do a lot more testing, and we can find out if it's like, let's say, if you still need to buy these Apple certified products because they need to. I mean, people, customer like guys like Anchor needed to pay Apple a fee to have the Lightning port and
yeah,
all of
yeah,
that, right?
yeah, yeah.
And let's see if they need to do that still to say get the
Mm,
iPhone
mm,
certification. I don't know whether there
mm.
is like a restriction on
I,
those cables. We don't. They didn't
I,
mention it, but
yeah.
let's hope so.
I
That they,
don't think so. I hope not. But I think,
hmm
like you said, that with their plan of putting on new products to the market, they'll
hmm
probably cover up with that, like additions, like different tiny, tiny products that you can connect with
hmm
USB-C, like the
hmm
sort of transfer, and then maybe something with the, I don't know, the head, the like the Max, like earpods Max or whatever,
hmm
those things,
hmm
and then the connectivity to the Vision Pro. I don't know. There's a lot they can do
mm
there. There's a lot they can do there.
So there's another thing that wasn't mentioned in the release, right? So
Mm.
the new AirPods Pro 2 that's coming. And it's not coming, right? It already came, right? But the one that comes with the USB-C is slightly different
Mm.
because
What's-
in just one way, it's just that if I'm not mistaken, um, they would work with the Vision Pro and
Mm.
the older ones don't. And there's some I think
Uh,
maybe I should just
uh,
refer that
but the
article
Vision
again.
Pro has its own audio system, right? It has
Yeah, it does. It does. But the new one has a chip in it. And I mean that's only there. So if you want to use a Vision Pro, you need to get the new AirPods
mm.
um, Pro
So
2.
it's probably better audio than the what's
No,
in the
the
in
audio
device. Is it?
drivers, everything is same. The audio is the same. It's just that they have introduced a chip in it that just works with
No, no, no.
Vision
What I'm
Pro.
saying, is the Vision Pro already has
Mm,
like a speaker, whatever, like
yeah.
they said, like to work.
hmm
What they're suggesting is the earpods will actually give you better sound
Yeah,
with the
probably,
Vision Pro. Yeah,
probably.
that's what they're suggesting.
That's
Mm.
because I mean you need like a sort of something to do the spatial calculation with it because
Mm.
I mean, it already has AirPods do have spatial audio
Mm.
to a certain extent. You can do like a 360 audio thing,
Mm.
but I don't know. There was this sort of it wasn't a rumor, right? It was like facts. Like they were it was like there was like a small footnote or something
Mm.
somewhere,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I couldn't really find it back then. But I saw it in a video of one of MKB's
Mm.
these videos. I think yeah, he mentioned that.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they slip things in like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like a side note. Okay, this is also there, by the way. It's not a
Yeah.
big. Yeah, it's not big enough for them to do its own uh segment of the video. That's why they just
Yeah,
like, okay, by the way, this is also there.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, basically for the phone, this is what they did. There's nothing extra here. Like they have a better camera, of course. What they say on the Pro, 48 megapixel,
Mm.
the which was 24 in the previous version, was it? Oh,
So it's a bit different, right? So the
the
camera
pixel.
from
Mm,
it's what they've done is essentially so the pixel they made the pixel smaller and said they've have 14 megapixels. The sensor size hasn't changed. The sensor hasn't
mm,
changed. So that the pixel is smaller, right?
mm,
So the flip side of that is although you get more pixels, you may not collect as much light per pixel,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
right? So there's a bit of a
yeah,
trade-off. I think that's
yeah.
what it is because that's generally
But
what the case is because it takes a lot of money to develop a proper
mm,
sensor
yeah,
for
but they
that
said
thing.
like still on that they were going to connect four pixels together to make a like a bigger, it's not a
The bigger
that's
image,
what,
yeah. It
yeah.
it's I mean
To collect light better. That's what they're saying. Like they put
yeah.
the four pixels together. It's what I think Google Pixel did in the beginning.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
I remember like they're mentioning like or HTC was it? Like I can remember they had this micro pixel or something like this.
Yeah, exactly. So that word micropixel means it's just so it's like 4 pixels. So it essentially it used to be like 12 megapixel, right?
Mm, mm,
Right?
mm,
And what they did was they just split that pixel into four and they just call it a 48 megapixel picture. That's
yeah,
it. Right? And
yeah,
what happens when they say they're taking higher detail pictures, they just take a 12 megapixel image.
yeah.
Right? That's what happens.
Mm,
You can't take it at 48 because it doesn't work like that.
mm.
Unless you do like there's a thing called sensor shift photography where you're
Oh,
able to shift the sensor like this.
yeah.
So you
Oh,
you can do it like that, but I don't think that's how it works. So I
mm,
mean, since there's like sensor stabilization, you can shift the sensor like a pixel on a lot of pixel, but yeah, I mean there's a correct way to do it, but you get what I mean, right? So just you like split the sensor, sorry, shift the sensor slightly
mm,
on like four directions and you take a picture. The middle
mm,
part, of course, will be like 48 megapixels or something close to that.
mm.
And stitch all those four pictures together and make it like massive image.
Is it like when you the mechanism? Is it like something like OIS? The like how the sensor
Exactly. Yeah,
gets
yeah.
to collect.
OIS. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
OIS. So they use OIS to sort of take that picture. So that I mean, it's then like some professional cameras where you can take like 100 or 200 megapixel
Yeah,
pictures and that's how it does it. But the flip side of that is
yeah, to keep it
if it's
stable,
if
I
it's
guess.
motion, if it's motion that you're trying to photograph, it's not gonna really work because I mean, if it's something really fast that's moving, it takes
Mm.
some time to move the
Yeah,
sensor around, and
yeah,
it's gonna be captured in the
mm.
photo. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's not the best thing.
But like I've always been fascinated by like OIS, like how it has developed over time. I just remember like like videos back in like I don't know 5 6 years back, like you had
So
to
shaky.
it's so shaky. And now like when I have my phone and when I turn on like image stabilization, it's amazing how the video stays like
Mm,
so stable, like
yeah.
it's so smooth, so like yeah, it's just amazing. It's an amazing experience actually seeing that on screen, like it being stabilized, like how much you like are shaky in your hand a bit. It's something nice to see. Yeah.
Maybe we can talk about cameras and all of that next week, which I'm happy to do.
Hmm? Yeah. That's your expertise. Let's
Yeah,
let's uh, let's
I
uh,
would call expertise just my interest, but yeah.
yeah. Okay, then I think we can actually close the episode for the day.
Yes.
This was the Apple event. We went into some detail,
Mm.
but of course, you can go into the Apple website or some other news websites that talk about the event for further detail if you want to read more. Maybe we'll put a couple of links on the YouTube description so you can go and check it out. But apart from that, yeah, thank you for watching, listening to us.
Yes. Well, let's hope to see you guys next week.
Yeah,
Have a good
see
one.
you. Take care.
Take care.